All right guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a quick video for you today. I wanted to get this one out real quick before I leave town because as you can see, all these numbers show 0. So this is launch day for green figures. It's a new and exciting product. There's some specific reasons why I'm getting into this one. I'll explain all of them to you. It's technically not a decentralized application because it doesn't really run on the smart contracts. It is a trading application, but there's some really specific reasons why I like it and why I'm going to put some money in. Of course, none of this is financial advice for you guys. Please make sure you do your own research. If it's a protocol that you like, feel free to jump in. And if you want to pass on this one and you're just checking out the content, that's cool as well. So here's why I like this protocol in a nutshell. Let me give you this in like 30 seconds. 1, they KYC'd, which is awesome. 2, they've been audited by the Stamp. We can check out the audit real quick. And in addition to that, if you guys know George Stamp, he's the owner of the Stamp. He does a lot of this work. He's actually on the team here. And so it makes me feel even more confident because he's a super solid guy, super trustworthy. If you guys have seen any of his work or interacted with him in the chats or whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. So that makes me feel super comfortable. As you can see, owner has access to the funds. This is not a decentralized application. It's not locked on a contract. They are using these funds to trade in Forex, showing their live trades, and then they're dumping what the percentage that they actually make back into the protocol to pay out investors. So it's not really it's not really DeFi, it's really CeFi, but I'm okay. I like all types of investments, so that's what we've got here. Overall score was an 85, backdoors at 100%. Owner 80, fees 90, team trust 80. So pretty decent score overall. The contract itself has no vulnerabilities. Again, you're putting your money into the system. They're going to take it through some experienced Forex traders, and I can show you the trades here in a second because that's all listed on my FX book. But they are going to trade that money and then put the profits back in. There is no guarantee here of specific profits, right? They're not guaranteeing you that it's, you're going to get 0.5% a day or 2% a day or 5% a day, whatever. They're not guaranteeing that. You're going to get a percentage of whatever profits they made during the previous week trading. So this is running off of BUSD, as you can see, which is nice. So 30% or $30 in BUSD is the minimum investment that's available. They do have a referral program for those you guys that like to show their links. It's just 2%, so it's not too high. I kind of like those lower referral payments because it still incentivizes people like marketing to make a little bit of content on it, but it's not a ton. It doesn't really, take away from everything. And this doesn't, this referral fee doesn't come off of the TVL or whatever that's getting sent over in the contract. I think it's just coming directly off profits, so that's kind of nice. So this is what I was kind of mentioning, just said in a different way. So return on investment, not applicable. So there's no specified daily ROI on this. Investors are going to receive their share of the profit portion of their active deposits in relation to total deposits whenever profit is injected back into the system. So let's say this next week of trading, they do really well. They make $10,000. 8,000 of those dollars goes back to the investors, divvied up based on how much you invested, and 20% of that, so $2,000 in this example, would go to the team. So a really simple concept. How does it benefit them? They get to utilize additional capital. When they trade that additional capital in the markets, they can actually make more money. Their 20%, of course, is higher because they're trading more than just their money. And us as investors, we get the benefit of not having to go through the hassle of day trading and hopefully making a pretty good profit. So in theory, this one is 0% Ponzi, which I like a lot. And like I said, they're also KYC'd. So you got KYC'd, you got live trades. So you can actually see in here the live trades and the percentages they were making. They actually had a couple down days. The bot that they had took a trade on a currency it wasn't supposed to or something, so they wanted to bail out of the trade and fix the system. So they did that. They had a little bit of a down day. Now everything's back up and back in order. So that's cool. It's good to see real transparency of exactly how it's going to go. I hope they absolutely crush it. But even if it just does reasonably well, the traders do reasonably well, then this should be a pretty lucrative investment over time. Nothing crazy, but I need lower risk, smoother stuff. We've had a few protocols lately that look super promising, fully audited contracts, all that type of stuff, and they just tank. So this one's like I said, since George is involved, I have a high degree of faith in. So my plan is to allocate a pretty good amount of capital to this. So of course they got the audit, like I said, KYC as well. They show the live trades. Here's their Telegram, Twitter, and then you can go through the white paper. I don't think we even really need to do that. Another thing I really liked about this platform is there's no fees. There's no fees to get into it. There's no fees to withdraw. The only fees are whatever profits they make. The team keeps 20% and the rest is distributed amongst the investors. So I thought that's really nice. Another key factor here is that you can actually take your money out. So you can come down here and request to withdraw your initial capital. I do think it takes a month to do that. So once you do it, I believe it's like 28 days before you get your capital back. And I think you're earning during that period. So I just need to verify that. As you can see, so far protocol is doing really well. It's been live for like an hour or something, maybe 2 hours, and so invested there. TVL is already up to 38,000. As you can see here, I dropped in this 900. I'm going to add another 100 to it right now live, just to show you guys how it goes. Let me move my face real quick. Pretty simple. This is just the scenario where you approve what you want it to what to allow it to spend. We'll say 100. So I'm going to approve that real quick. All right, and now that I've approved that, now I just need to come down here and actually invest the $100. So this will bring me to 1,000. I fully intend to put more into this one. Like I said, I just personally, I have a high degree of confidence that this one's gonna work. Frankly, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. Some of these platforms are absolutely gonna crush it. Some of these aren't gonna do that well. This one I think is gonna do well. So I'm gonna end up putting $2,000 or $3,000 into this one over time. I like the ability to take the money out if I want to. I love the fact that George Stamp is so involved. I like that the audit was good and that they've KYC'd. I like that you can track the trades on my FX book. And I like that the idea here is really meant to be zero Ponzi. So as you can see here, now my total invested is $1,000. Again, I plan to put more into this one. I was actually going to put 2,000 into this one, but Kirk got me excited on our last Speakeasy AMA, and I needed to drop $1,000 on drinks tokens. So I did that. I feel like I'm pretty well positioned over there for the new platform that he's launching, which is awesome. So now I just need to save up a little bit more from the other protocols that I have, and I can drop this this in probably next week. As soon as I get back, I'll drop that in and move it to 2,000. It's also important to note, I think, that you can take out your profits weekly. It's not like a daily ROI payout. So at the end of every week, they'll calculate their profits. That's what you'll get paid, and I think you'll be able to take that. You can either compound it, basically you're withdrawing it and then just putting it back in, or you can withdraw your profits and take profit, which of course is also super important. So really simple breakdown. I don't think the protocol is very difficult. You're giving them some of your money to trade. They're doing those live trades, really transparent. There's a couple of really trusted people on the team, so it's solid. Audit solid, KYC solid. You can request to get your initial funds back, and the whole thing is set up to be zero Ponzi. So that's why I like it. That's why I'm getting in. If this is one for you, of course, there'll be a link down below. Join anyone's team. You don't have to join mine. I hope we got a winner here. I feel super, super good about it. So obviously don't let my enthusiasm affect your decision ultimately. But I was just happy when I found out about this one because I think it's going to be really good. So anyway, guys, I am going to get this uploaded and get out of town. I hope you guys are doing well. I will try to share some video of my excursions over the weekend next week when I get back. But anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Happy investing.